Hello folks and welcome back to PobalCraft, and it's PobalCraft episode 10. And today what I want to do is to really just clean up our base. I would also like to make a sort of coastal, or plan a sort of coastal dock town near to the castle, that it's kind of a hill down, going down to the sea, which will be a struggle, but hopefully we can get that sorted. But right now we are going to be terraforming or landscaping a cliff onto this building here, or building onto this cliff. Well, I just haven't filled it in with anything. But let's hit the time lapse. Well, there you go. I've made the cliff and I've added in a path, because what do you love that doesn't have a path? Well, other than people, of course. I've also fallen in love with these moss carpets. They are absolutely brilliant. Just put a few of them around. Boom! It gives you a bit of texture because of the depth, 1 pixel high. It's kind of like it's just brilliant, isn't it? And you might be wondering why there are some red outlines here. And these are little farm buildings I'd like to build, and I might just start ahead now. Boom, 100% finito. And right here, we've made ourselves a flower field. This is kind of like the farmer who kind of plants flowers, sells them in the local market. And then over here, this guy's a pig farmer. He farms pigs. And the pigs are in that little sty. Shh, they're not there yet, but they will be. They will be. Just looking from above, I really want to kind of like expand these little fields. I love the way these two here kind of connect to each other. If we can have a few more of those, that will look really nice. But now I'm going to move my beacon over here because I'd like to flatten this down almost to the sea level. However, I would like a little pier. And maybe over here we could have a little bit of a story, because over here we have an abandoned ship. And maybe that could play into the theme of our little dock town here. The photo that's on screen now is a dock town I've previously made. However, this was in a Mediterranean style. I think I have a few shorts there on YouTube of some of the showcases of it. That doesn't matter. Basically what matters is if you see that little pier, we're going to be doing the same thing, except we're going to have little jetties off it with places for ships to go. A lot like Gulping Guru's base. But a quick stop. Are you subscribed? Because if you aren't, please do. Only 2.6% of you are subscribed, which is just, it's just not good enough, guys. It's just not good enough.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I'm trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you could just really quickly click subscribe if you're enjoying the content, please do. Back to the video. Okay guys, so I've got some level of progress. I did make I can't see what I'm picking up. Rockets, there we go. I did make some sort of cliff and a sort of hill going up. However, I will have to mine a lot of dirt in order to get a lot of resources for this hill. But I've somewhat of a plan of what I'm going to build, and I'd like to incorporate jungle, because I'm just going to say it, I saw Flip do it, so I'm going to do it too. But in order to do that, I do have to go to the jungle. But first I want to mention, I've worked on this for so long that I went to school, and on the way on the bus, I kind of looked out my window and was like, oh, it's snowing. I had no idea it had been snowing that weekend. Okay, don't worry, I do get outside, it's just I live by the sea. So apparently somewhere in this sort of area, past the Badlands, there is a jungle. So I'll be head. Oh no, it's not. Oh, hang on. No, lies and deceit. Oh, okay, never mind. Yummy. Whoa. Another day. The jungle's always been here, I've just missed it. This, if you don't know, is where I got my terracotta. I used to think that desert was really, really far away, but I realise now that I have an elytra, it's 3 rockets away from my nether portal in the nether. Just looking up here, while I'm mining down this column, I've just kind of noticed that maybe something we could do is if you see this kind of S shape here, that's a big ravine. We could like on this side of the ravine, that's one area. On the right side, it's the area we're building now. So you know this is more civilized. This is more older style, and that's kind of like the town center of their place. And then we'll make one here. Keeping in mind that this is our actual flag, I think I mentioned it in like episode 1, but I wouldn't recommend watching episode 1, it's awful. But I'm going to count that the blue is this side and then the green is the other side. And I've made these 2 banners I'm going to litter around the place. Okay, so I've done my first building, and this is a building that I've said before is heavily inspired off Fwip's build style. I'd like to kind of like put something Fwip would build, and then something I would build, and kind of like see, what do I like on this, and what do I like on this. For example, I kind of like my sort of, I put these Tudor styles in myself when I was building this. I like that a lot. However, this extra bit of detail in here and its kind of like use of signs is really cool. But here we go. We have ourselves a new building. One that's quite similar to this, and you see the little hanging outy bit. We've got another little hanging outy bit, and on the front there we went for more of a brick style, and then we have not really a separate building, but a building that. Thank you. We've got another sort of building here, but this is kind of like the staff entrance to this building. They kind of store logs, and I was actually gonna do this with you guys. Out here, this is kind of like what we'd use as storage. So what would be good is if we had just had some decoration, just like that, and put them out like that, and then that kind of looks like excess sort of equipment that we could be shipping off with these on these trailers. But guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up there because I want this to kind of be a short enough video, and it's more of an experimental video because I'm not sure how you guys enjoy this. So if you do enjoy, please subscribe and hit the like button. Please like. That would be really cool. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in episode 10.